Welcome back. I'm still with Mr. Richard Hong. He's the CEO of TUV SUD Asean, and we are talking about energy efficiency and carbon footprint. And then, well, you just mentioned about the energy efficiency in the office. So, can you elaborate more about the energy efficiency?
Yes, I think in the office environments, we use a lot of energy. We use it to power our lights, even though it's daytime, because some of the office comes without the window. We also need it for, especially in the tropical weather. Air conditioner is very used commonly in all the office environment, and of course to power all the IT products that everyone is using in the office. So from our studies, we found that the most intensive use of energy comes from the air conditioner, and a lot of air conditioner today, the performance can still be improved in terms of the power factors and all those. And there's still a lot of wastage from inefficient use of this.
Okay, it's mainly about the aircon as well.
Yeah, and the setting of the temperature in the aircon is also important. So we try to encourage companies to set the aircon on the temperature of 25 degrees and above, because the higher temperature you set, you're going to consume less energy. But some companies still set it below 25 or even 20 or 22. Not sure the reason why, but of course this will consume a lot of energies.
I guess it's due to the weather, because it's kind of humid in Indonesia.
Yes, in the countries like Indonesia, and not just the office, in the hotels as well. They also use a lot of aircon, and some temperatures we realize are still going below 25 degrees.
And then, well, it's about the carbon footprint. What is actually carbon footprint? Because the word seems unfamiliar for Indonesian, actually.
Well, in layman terms, carbon footprint is actually the footprint left behind by common user like you and me when they use any kinds of energy device or electronics products, or even the use of cars. So every megawatts or watts of energy you use actually left behind greenhouse gas emissions and the carbon dioxide. And we know all these gases that is to the environment is no good for the environment. So we term this effect as the carbon footprint, how much footprint you left behind from the use of this. Because the objective is always to reduce as much as possible such footprint.
Okay, so in other words, it's about the greenhouse gas emission.
That's right.
Yeah. I see. And then, well, what about the society's awareness towards the carbon footprint?
Well, I think a lot still can be done to continue to educate the industries and the consumer on what is carbon footprint and how the change of individual behavior will reduce this carbon footprint. And it's basically start with ourselves, right? We have to change our behavior and habit on the use of such device, so that it will have a bigger impact to the environment.
Changing the habits.
Changing the habits, and not just waiting for somebody to do it before you do it. So we all start with us, to change our habit of using a device and energy.
Okay, changing the habit of using the device energy.
Yes.
All right. And then, well, actually, what is the benefits of what are the benefits of using greener energy, and well, how will it impact to the business and the society?
Well, first, green energy will come at better cost as technology improve, and today we have many choices of use of green energy. And many of these green energy, whether it's hydro, whether it's PV, whether it's geothermal, whether it's wind, it comes from the natural resource, and we don't need, and you will not run out, unlike fossil fuels. Okay, so of course the challenge is convert this natural source into most efficient use of energy. And the use of green energy is actually has many benefits. Of course, the most obvious is it will not emit any greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide. So this itself is a big benefits to protect the environment. Yeah. And secondly, its cost is coming down. And it actually helps your equipment to last longer. I'm referring to those machinery equipment used in factories if you switch to green energy. And for countries like Indonesia, is so big, if you move to more the rural areas and not the cities, the use of this energy actually allows the residents in those places to tap on the energy instead of relying on the
Maybe it will affect the productivity as well.
Yes, you will affect the productivities, and you create more jobs if you can set up more companies and factories in the rural areas that people can access to energy.
And then, well, in terms of the production for the greener energy, are we ready yet to provide the supply?
You are referring to Indonesia?
Yes, to Indonesia.
Well, I think we still have some way to go. According to studies, I think in Indonesia, 95% of the usage is still relying on the traditional source of energy, less than 5% on renewable energy. And the government is doing many activities and putting in a lot of efforts to encourage people to switch to renewable energies. And from 5%, we hope that they can increase to 10 or 15%. But that technology plays a part, but continue to encourage people to switch to renewable energy is also important.
All right, and then, so what is your expectation on the energy usage in Indonesia?
Well, I was told that Indonesia governments intend to put out another 35,000 megawatts in the next 5 years. Already today, you are using about 53,000 megawatts. So as the Indonesian government is focusing more and more in industries, in manufacturing, I think the use of energy is going to go up a lot more. Okay, so with companies performing better and exporting more to the global markets and more business out there, continued use of energy will be there. That's why this project is so important. We need to encourage people to use way, at the same time improve the business bottom line and protecting the environment.
Exactly, we need to encourage people to use greener energy. Yeah. All right, so Mr. Richard Hong, thank you so much for your time here. It is nice to have you here, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That ended our discussion with Mr. Richard Hong. He's the CEO of TUV SUD ASEAN. We were talking about energy efficiency and carbon footprint. And in the next segment, we'll still have some more news and business updates. Stay with Revenews International. Thank you.
Thank you.